Of course, you remember this gentleman right here, Art Cambridge. I'm at Art Cambridge Financial, and it's always good to see you. We've been talking about how you provide a very individual kind of care and service to your different clients, helping them through a lot of different hurdles in life. And one of them, of course, is Medicare. And I'm going to throw out a phrase to you. You hear this many different places. Medicare Advantages. What is that all about?
Well, it's a insurance product rather than a government product.
Okay, it's totally separate from the government.
Totally.
Okay, what is it for? What does it do?
It takes the place, you're still in the Medicare system.
Yeah.
But your Medicare is supplied by a insurance company.
Okay.
Here in the Springfield area, most of the Medicare Advantages don't have a premium, so that's a big deal. The other thing that needs to be looked at is the maximum out of pocket.
Very important, especially to people on fixed income.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. And most of the companies, the co-pays for everything that are there are basically the same. If you put them in a basket, shook them up, and rolled them out on the floor, they would all be fairly close. But the maximum out of pocket is the big deal. Also, if you can go outside of a network, and one of the things is we as insurance agents today, when we're dealing with Medicare Advantage and Part D, we have to disclose to the client that we don't represent every single company, because there's 50-some different plans, probably more than that in the state. And what I do is I contract with the big ones. I can't name them. That way I stay out of trouble.
Sure.
But you know,
and that's something for people to realize too. You don't just kind of fly by the seat of your pants. You have rules and regulations that you must follow.
Yes.
Okay, just want to let people know that kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's one of them. We have to disclose right away that we don't represent every single plan.
Okay.
And I feel the big thing when dealing with a Medicare Advantage, if you're a person that's mobile, you travel, then you have to be much more careful about which Medicare Advantage plan you would want to enroll in. If you, a lot of times if you're an older client, don't travel, you're not going to leave Springfield or Springfield's surrounding area, then you may be better off with a HMO that is here in Springfield only.
But again, that's what you do. The product is dictated by the needs.
Correct.
You don't go in the opposite direction.
No.
Okay. But that's, I mean, you and I have talked enough to, that I've gotten the feeling that's what you do here. You individualize
Yes.
Your advice, your product, whatever it may be, because again, one size does not fit all.
Also, most of the big boys here in the Springfield area, you can go to either facility. So it's a matter of making sure that their doctor or provider is in the network of the particular Medicare Advantage that you're on. And so that's the first thing that you do is you look at all the doctors that the patient or the customer may have to make sure that they're in that network.
It sounds like you work from in to out. If you're a big traveler, make sure you're covered out there as well, in other words.
Well, that's where a Medicare supplement comes into play.
Okay. They all work hand in glove.
Correct.
I know these are very important, and we're going to talk about more of them as we go into the future. But for right now, for people who want more information about the information, the services that you provide, or would maybe like to come and speak to you, how do they set that all up?
They call for an appointment or go to my website, either or, and then call Diane and set an appointment.
All right.
And we'll sit down and go through it, all of it, and just to gather information We don't have any fees or charges or whatever. Just come in for an hour and I'll go through it with you.
There it is. Art Cambridge Financial, and that is Art Cambridge.